Succop for the extra point. And it's 21-3. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to let it go again. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Now, last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From midfield, here's Brady. Going up top for Miller. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
And Ndamukong Suh continues to be one of the pillars of a stout Buccaneers defense that helped the team win the Super Bowl last year. 6 sacks in 2020. And if you don't send extra blockers his way, that number will go up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Pierre Desir. And now off to the races down the right side. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Brady going to throw. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd down, back to Fournette.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now Brady. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do. And the
to a hit, and the ball is out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tua.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him. To throw again on second down. Brady. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And there's a familiar sight. Rob Gronkowski making a catch for a first down. And remember, Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. But Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Succop's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Miami set to take over.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TV. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And out come the Dolphins now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. The number 6 Usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times. Since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency. The first guy in league history to do that, and he makes another catch there for a first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back now in Tampa. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Brady. Throwing left side, he's got the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.